Let's start with a major event in 2016. You remember demonetization? Yes, that same year, but slightly before that. In April 2016, NPCI launched UPI to let anyone send money instantly from one bank account to another bank account with just a phone. But isn't this something we were already doing through our debit cards? After demonetization, the government wanted everyone, even shopkeepers and customers, to shift from cash to digital. To make that happen, in December 2019, the finance minister said from 1st January 2020, no MDR fees on RuPay and UPI. I'll explain what MDR means in a moment. This made UPI completely free, so even a vegetable seller wouldn't mind using it. He pays no fee and the money arrives instantly, just like cash. But what went wrong now? In 2024, India recorded 208.5 billion digital payments and UPI handled roughly 75% of them. The government knows Indians love UPI and thinks it might not need to pump in as much incentive money. So, on 19th March 2025, the Union Cabinet trimmed the UPI incentive pool from 2600 crores to 1500 crores. Does that mean that you'll soon pay charges for UPI transactions? A BCG survey shows that 73% of users would quit UPI if even a 1 rupee fee were added. So is it a smart move for the government to cut UPI funding? To answer that, we first need to understand how UPI actually works. From the moment that you scan a QR code to the moment an auto driver receives the money into his account, a lot happens behind the scenes, creating costs many banks aren't happy about. First, the app sends a transfer request to NPCI, where NPCI tells your bank to debit your account. Thereafter, NPCI tells your pay's bank to credit the same amount. Both apps flash success. Total time taken about 2 seconds, and it costs roughly rupees 2 for this entire process. Now, before we go any further, here's one term that you really need to know. MDR, the merchant discount rate. It's a small fee that a merchant, say a kirana store, a petrol pump or an e-commerce site, they pay this every time they accept a digital payment either from a card, a wallet or a UPI. Until January 2020, the MDR for a P2M UPI, which is a person-to-merchant payment, was 0.3%. Merchants paid it, and the fee was shared among banks, PSPs and the NPCI. But after January 2020, the MDR was set to 0. The government began reimbursing part of the lost MDR for tickets below rupees 2000. As volumes exploded, a funding gap appeared. The new 1500 crore pool covers less than 1/3 of FY25 processing costs on volumes above rupees 246 lakh crores. Heavy UPI traffic strained bank servers, outages spike, especially at large PSU banks. Even fintech apps bleed cash on these free rails. Their profits depend on cross-selling credit, not on UPI itself. So what's the future outlook? The industry proposal: bring back MDR only for large merchants whose annual revenue is greater than 20 lakh at about 0.3%. RBI's math: each UPI transfer costs roughly 2 rupees to run. Someone has to pay. Consumers: a 2 rupee fees equals an extra 1% tax on a weekly 200 rupees chai budget. What happens next? 3 scenarios. Status quo: taxpayers fund the 1500 crore pool, bank outages persist, fintech margins shrink. 2. Selective MDR: large merchants pay, banks upgrade tech, retail prices might inch up. 3. Value-added model: the basic UPI stays free, premium features like credit lines, APIs, those carry fees and fund the rails. So if MDR returns, acquirer banks and payment gateways benefit first. But hey, UPI isn't dying, it's evolving. But the free ride, that may not last forever. Whether the cost lands on taxpayers, merchants or directly on you, it's a question of time, not possibility. If even 1 or 2 rupees per transaction became the norm, would you keep using UPI as much? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more clear insights into how the Indian economy really works, subscribe now to InvestEd by FYERS, and we'll see you in the next one.